name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And this is my weekly video reviewing 2000 AD. This week's prog is, what was it, 2245? Yeah, now we're up to August. The good thing about the app is you get to see what the year's been like. You get a whole year's worth of 2000 AD. I do like the app. The app really works well. That's how I read it digitally now. We're getting to see what the year's been like. Had a few highs, but mainly it's been kind of bland and mediocre, which is what I could call this issue. Not a bad one, but just nothing in it's really outstanding, and that's kind of what I see. I am hoping after next week's issue is another regened one, which I really don't like those ones. It's not really aimed at me. Hopefully we're gonna get get back some good 2000 AD again, which I've really been missing. I've really been missing. I guess I keep reading it in hope it's going to be good, and in hope it's. Thing is, it's not bad, right? It's not me going, I can't read this, but it's not. It's not in one of its Halicon days right now. Fine. Before we get to the review, can you hit the like button? That would be nice. I mean, again, that's even if you don't like it, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. My subscribers doing okay, but they're going up now. They stopped again. If you can hit the subscribe button, that'd be really good. If you're subscribed, please make sure you're still subscribed and comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. So you're gonna be super nice. Go check out my Indiegogo. I'm hoping when I do my review next week, I will not say that. Right? I hope my next week it is gonna go to print. I basically finished with the remastering. Now I'm putting in the new artwork that we had made up for it. Reckon by Tuesday. It's August the 20th right now. Reckon by Tuesday it will go to print. So fine. Let's look at this week's 2000 AD. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you what it was. Before we get there, is Biblical Bible Source, Atheist Creation of Rational Rose. It's a 220-page graphic novel I wrote and drew it. I did a pretty darn good job. It's very biblically accurate. I don't think it was preachy at all. I don't think it's preachy at all, but that's just me for you. The Imperium, a love letter to Telefancy 96ers. I wrote this, Dominic Ratchet to the art. 105 pages long. Doctor Who, James Bond, Emma Pill, the Black Slav from 2000, not a Black Slav, the Black Slav from 2001, a Monkey in a Spacesuit, bit of Prisoner, bit of Thunderbirds. It's just fun, baby. It's a fun book. You get a bunch of extras if you get both. You get this poster. Noble Savages, you get the For the Male Gaze art cards. These are going to be postcards. You can mail them. You can mail them to your aunt. Oh, look at this Judge Anderson one. Yes, Judge Anderson, I may be violating some megacity penal code right now. But you know what? I think it's worth it. Don't you? Yes, I think it's worth it too. You're right, Judge Anderson. That's why we like you. Bit of Doctor Who, bit of Star Trek, bit of Star Wars. It's all there for you. Go check it out. It's in the video notes. It's awesome. And again, I'm hoping this is the last week. Fine. So let's look at this week's 2000 AD. Okay cover. I like the way there are bullet holes going through the 2000 AD logo. That's kind of fun. Honestly, it just feels weird seeing Sinister Dexter, which I guess this is, even though they're not calling it that right now, not drawn by Steve Yeowell. It feels wrong, right? It feels like it shouldn't be that way. But yeah, listen, it's a good pose. It's dramatic. It's It's reasonably exciting, right? I like the action of this. So who did that? Mark Harrison? Is he the guy doing the artwork on it? I can't remember because there's a different guy doing the artwork on it. Fine. So next week, spoilers. This is by Gordon Rennie, Emma Beebe, and Neil Gorge. How many people does it take to write this? It doesn't look like I don't understand why you need two people to write something, right? I mean, I've written a lot of comics. You just sit down and you write it, right? It's not. I don't get it. And normally people when you have a teams writing comics, they're not very good. That's what I've noticed. Fine. Let's look at the strips. So firstly, I think this is the final part of this Judge Dredd story. Now that's what I call justice. Again, it's okay. This is my guess. It's probably one of the last John Wagner strips. I'm surprised he's still doing them. Quite frankly, The idea is there's this group called Justice Watch that bump off judges that kill people in the course of their job, and they get away with it, right? That's basically the idea. This oh, yeah, good. Okay. Whole thing in there. And you've had this guy using this group as a smokescreen so he can take out the people who killed his mother, who were one of the people from the Democracy Now! Protest in the America storyline. It's a bit convoluted, right? It's a bit convoluted, but this guy's brother is a priest, and he confesses to his brother in the confessional that he's going to do it, thinking that he'll never inform Dredd, the last of his targets. But his plan was, of course, like, he is going to inform Dredd, which is how he gets Dredd down there. And Dredd's been sleuthing sleuthing through this whole thing, and he basically worked it out by now. Good artwork by Jonathan Higgins. It's like, I really think it's some of his best stuff. It really reminds me of Gary Leach a lot. It's an okay story, but this panel's great. I do like this. I like a judicious use of a bit of Photoshop, but that really is a great panel. Yeah, fantastic. I think that's probably the best panel in the issue. So Dredd finds him and stops him. Okay, and then you got this weird framing device again about now that's what we call justice. The riff on now that's what I call music, and their number one pick is when Dredd nuked East Meg 1 at the end of the Apocalypse War. I have no idea what the hell's going on with this framing device. It just seemed pointless and stupid, right? I had no idea at all. But yeah, again, not a bad Dredd story, not a particularly good one. Ad for Judge Dredd magazine. Devlin War is back. Who else is in there? The Returners, I don't know. Diamond Dogs, I don't know. I really should start doing the magazine, right? I really should start reviewing that. Right, next is Skip Tracer. Skip Tracer again, okay, but just very generic. I don't think it's really developed its own identity yet. It's a bunch of cliches with nothing really setting off with functional artwork. I got excited over here when I first looked at this page. I went, oh, is that a genetic infantryman? Because I'm like, gasping for good, good 2000AD. Nah, it's not. No, it's not. It's just, I don't know, what's going on with this story. There's a guy from the military, then he became a rogue, lovable rogue, like, bounty hunter or something, and then he got superpowers, and now they're chasing him for superpowers, and there's a bad guy who's green who kind of looks like Kano from Bad Company. Yeah, it just kind of reminds me of a lot of much better strips, right? Yeah, I kind of like this ship design. It's a bit stupid, but it's kind of fun. And they want his daughter for something. The green guy outwits the general who's using him to get to the daughter who's got superpowers. And now it's like it's a showdown between Skip Tracer and the green dude with stuff I really don't care about. Sinister Dexter is coming up to an end, and this one's just called Dexter, not Sinister Dexter. Although I don't know why, because they're both in this one. This is where they finally meet. Not much story going on here, and there's different guys who did the cover. Tzvi Lebetkin, good artwork. I mean, I do like this artwork, but it feels wrong. It's not Steve Yo. Like, where is he? What's going on? But yeah, so there's a rogue AI made out of a sat-nav or a GPS that evolved out of it. That's taken over Download City. It killed Sinister, then brought him back to life. Dexter's running for his life. He went out through the Undercity, and they brought Sinister back to life as an agent of the AI, and who now wants to kill Dexter because he's being controlled by the evil AI. So Dexter tells the Undercity, oh, look, the evil AI's coming, they're going to kill us all. And they're like, no, you're lying. And Sinister shows up. It's a good action episode, this, which I just feel the layout's a little bit I wish it wasn't so square, right? I wish they had a bit more perspective going in. Like, if you look at the cover, let's go back to the cover a second. Yeah, I get a feeling of action and movement by not having that strict, 9-panel grid which they're working on. Which I don't think it really helps with the action like this one. I mean, the car should be the focal point of the page over here. Like that leap. I mean, it's good. I mean, it's functional. It's not incompetent, but it's not as exciting as it could be. And a little bit too much talking and dialogue, right? A little bit too much talking and dialogue. And yeah, just a little bit too confined to that 9-panel grid. I've never been a massive fan of Sinister Dexter, but again, mostly things I'm happy to read while I'm waiting for a good strip in between, right? That's basically where it is. And now finally, the Dexter's found out Sinister has been brought back to life, and they're gonna get reunited somehow. A little bit about Thought Bubble. Yeah, Thought Bubble. What an embarrassment Thought Bubble was this year. Thought Bubble was a convention in the north of England, I think, or Midlands, or somewhere in England. And Frank Miller, the comic book legend Frank Miller, was invited. And then some complete non-entity said that made her feel unsafe because he was a racist. And it was like, what? Oh, no. Nobody was like, what? Right? It was like, oh, my God, he's a racist. He's a wicked racist. Let's uninvite him and have so the non-entities can come and feel good. The only reason people were going to that convention was for Frank Miller, not for whatever her name was. I can't even remember. But, like, what the racism apparently was a book he did called The Holy Terror, which was a reaction to 9/11, where he was in the midst of his alcoholism, and it wasn't racist. Yeah, the villains in it were radical Muslim terrorists because he was reflecting 9/11, and they were radical Muslim terrorists. So I don't really see any racism in there at all, or and misogyny. I have no idea. But they caved. This is the insane upside down world we live in. They caved to the pressure of the non-entities, and they weren't all non-entities. Like people who have never done anything in the medium whatsoever, and disinvited a true giant within the medium for no reason whatsoever, other than the cultural divide that we live in. Next story is Terror Tales. This isn't a bad little one. It's a 4-page little horror story. It's a little bit over dialogue-y. They could have like worked out where taking out the dialogue. Artwork is workable. I like having a bit of black and white. And it's got a nice twist in it. I'm not going to spoil it with you, but it actually does have a reasonably nice future shocky twist. We get an ad for the stainless steel rack. I'm really tempted to buy this actually, because I remember reading them and liking them. And listen, I like bit of Carlos Esquiza art. How can I? Although the Brian Boland deluxe edition thing, that looks gorgeous. That looks absolutely gorgeous. So then the issue finishes off with the final part of Aquila, which I think we're getting a bit of a reboot issue, like a jumping one point in 2 weeks. So Aquila, which I really didn't know much about him at all. He's on a quest in the underworld to find Caesar, who's now a head on a body of a giant maggot. And they were taking him somewhere for some reason. I can't remember why. And the bad people are stopping him, and they sent a whole army of these flying herpes. Apparently, yes, herpes. Never fun, and it never goes away. But it's a reasonably good action sequence. But again, and look, this is Patrick Goodard, who knows what he's doing. I just wish a little bit of the American design aesthetic in making dramatic comics was taken over here, like this panel over here. Like the knife should be like heading up and like coming out the page at you, like It's just it's less exciting than it should be, but it's still functional. it does the trick. But and again, he gets rid of the person who's taken his friend. and he's about to head down for a big fight, and then he meets some friends, and then kind of for me, this is like like a needle scratch on the record, and like of course it's been a few issues now we got to have stunning and brave warrior women, stunning and brave black warrior women. I just at some point girls are gonna grow up thinking they're physically as strong as men, and they're not. They're not. They're not. I don't understand this whole idea of like let's make women have been oppressed apparently in the Western world according to them. So what we're going to do is take a bunch of male characters and put a woman's head on them, sort of, and say where we care about representation. Why not write women to be women? You want a female hero? Halo Jones, for God's sake. If you like a bit of audio drama, Bernie Summerfield and Big Finish. Why not write women as be women? Why do they all need to be muscle bound? Why do they all need to be masculine? Why do all these female heroes need to be masculine? Can we not have a female hero being female, and can we have a masculine hero being masculine? But really, I think it's just part of the insanity of the age where they say that men and women are completely interchangeable. And if you argue against that anyway, you're a bigot. No, men and women are not interchangeable. For 99.9% of men and 99.9% of women, their gender is a cornerstone part of their identity. It doesn't matter how many children on TikTok tell you that that isn't the case, right? It's still a cornerstone part of identity. Actually, I find out his backstory. I don't know, this is the first time we hear it. So he was rescued by the stunning and brave woman who liked him because he was crucified at one point, and he made a deal with a demon to survive it, and that's probably where he got his Aquila-like powers. So again, I don't really know, but see, that's exposition in it like told well, like without a page full of word balloons, right? It's doing its job proficiently, and I think that's really the best thing I can say about this issue of 2000AD. It's proficient, right? It's professional. It's not particularly exciting, but it's professional. So end of book one of his search in the underworld, and I guess from book two we're gonna have the black man with small tits and a woman's head. It is thrown in because that's equality in 2021, right? And then we got 2000AD Regened is back. I'm so not interested. I hate the Regened issue. Again, they're not for me. I'm an old bloke. I'm in my 50s, right? This is for kids. So I guess I'll review it. And let you know what I think. And finally, we got the ad for the Essential Collection. The Essential 2000AD Collection. I think Essential's a little bit strong, right? I didn't mind this. What was this thing called? Was it Absalom? I didn't mind it. I wouldn't call it essential. It was okay. It was vaguely interesting, right? Once again, if I'm going to give a review, a two-word review of this week's issue 2000AD, it will be mostly harmless. Mostly harmless, because that's essentially what it is. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.